Second theme is The Hague as a convenient city. What do we mean by this? Is The Hague a convenient city to live in? Some people claim that The Hague is boring, whilst others think that this city actually has a lot to offer. I personally am in the latter group, I would say. So is it a nice place to live? Is housing too expensive? What about culture? What about socializing, going out, that sort of thing?
We have built over the last years a lot of houses for people with low incomes. Still, these left-wing parties think that of all the new houses that will be built, 30% has to be for lower rent. That's ridiculous. You don't build houses for people who are not living in your city. So we need to build for the middle class and for the higher class. That's also good when it comes to a culture, because when people are able to spend a lot of money, that's good for the economy, it's good for the jobs, it's good for culture, it's good for our city.
This city has been building 30% for lower income renting houses. Good. As long as you need them, that's fine. And those houses should be available not only for Dutch people, in my opinion, but for expat people as well. But we should make a more, a better spreading through the city of the different types of houses. And I agree on that part with the VVD. I hope they keep their backbone straight up this time. After the election, so we can do a bit of business afterwards.
Meetings, I think the big problem is also what my neighbor was saying, is also for people who come here for a short base, who come here, for instance, to study for a couple of months, and that especially for those groups, we can still do a little bit better.
Okay. Thank you.
The Socialist Party wants good quality and affordable housing for everyone. So focus on renovation instead of only demolition and urban renewal, and pay extra attention to certain specific groups as first-time buyers, but also people who just have who need a house for a short period of time, for first-time renters, for students, for the elderly.
I think this debate isn't just about high income and low income, but about 9,000 family members each year that leave The Hague because they can't find the right housing. So the real issue in The Hague is family houses.
Families are the ones with the middle incomes, and
Not
those
all,
are the
not
ones.
all.
Those are the ones that are leaving the city.
No, it's not. Nurses.
Yes, they are. You should check your reports. You know your figures. Those are the ones that are leaving the city.
And it's families like nurses and primary school teachers who can't find housing.
Exactly, the middle incomes. Thank you very much.
That's working poor at the moment, and nurses and primary teachers.
No, together they are middle class.
Hello, Chris Burlett from the Stop Wilders New Party. I agree with the ladies from the panel and the lady here that there is a need for all the starters in The Hague, and especially expats, the younger expats, and that is especially exchange students. Something the lady mentioned there, a lot of them have a big problem, and it's something that should be addressed.
Thank you very much. Great. Thank you very much for your contributions there. Very interesting to hear what expats think about culture. When you move to another city, especially, when you move to another country and end up living in a city like The Hague, it is as much about the social life that you have, which will determine your experience whilst you're living here. And the feedback that came from the lists were very varied. You know, people saying that the cultural life is quite good, variety of festivals and that sort of thing, to very poor. I rate the cultural life in The Hague roughly similar to cultural life on Mars. It's harsh. But anyway, the opinions again of our politicians. What do you think, or what is your cultural policy for The Hague? Fritz?
One is that we have a lot of culture in the city. That is why people love to live here. That is why people love to visit The Hague. And it's not only good for people having here, but also people coming here who spend their money. And the second one is that you want to go out as well. So we need more. We also need more restaurants, for instance. And especially when it comes to an international city, we need to have restaurants that are open longer and where especially the kitchen is longer open.
But the problem is, and it's also what Frits is saying, he wants that the restaurants have the kitchen open longer. He wants to have the bars open their doors for longer hours. And we can facilitate that. But it's up to the entrepreneur to do it. I mean, it's the same with the shopping 7 days a week. If you don't want to open your shop because you don't think there will be enough public or people coming in, you don't have to do it, of course.
So it would be great if we can find a way to stimulate those places to stay open longer, so that it will be a little bit more lively in the street, and not only between 5 and 7 on the plein, but also later at night.
I think we can be proud of our cultural diversity. We really can be proud. But there's a great ambition here in The Hague. They want to be European Cultural Capital in 2018. However, we don't need a 240 million euros worth of a big new cultural forum here just outside at the Spuiplein. That's another example of a big example building plan, but which doesn't have anything to do with cultural diversity or culture is not just for a small elite. The Socialist Party finds it very important to make sure culture stays affordable for different groups, different social backgrounds, different ethnic groups.
Can I ask a question? Because in 2018, one of the Dutch cities will become the European Capital of Culture. Is the Socialist Party supporting this, yes or no?
If you read our plan, you can see what's in it. And we say, Mr. Hufnagel, we say that you just have to focus on the cultural diversity, the things you can be proud of right now.
Okay.
And in cooperation, bottom up, try to achieve your goals.
Okay, I think we need to leave this argument there.
So you say you support it, but you are not willing to do what needs to be done to become the European Capital for Culture.
You think that you need to spend so much money. That's not necessary at all.
We need to give the other politicians a chance to air their views as well.
Well, it's typical the Socialist Party. They don't know anything about money.
As a former expat, as a Dutch expat in Spain, I can totally relate to the misfit of wanting to eat and opening restaurants. Because when I wanted to eat in Spain, I had to wait until 9 o'clock for the restaurants to open. So. The Green Party is really in favor of investing also in cutting-edge art, new art and new art forms. So if you want to vote for that, vote Green Party.
So less grand posturing and more things for the people, so to speak.
Exactly.
Okay.
We are spotting on this big project here on the Spuiplein. We need to invest in the Spuiplein, not as big as that, but we need to stimulate the new cultural thing. Culture is about new things, it's about experiments, and this is making a city very interesting if you keep this kind of thing alive, and they forget this.
The monuments here in the inner city. I think for the expats it's also very important that we have so many monuments that and that's also a part of our culture and our history, and we should keep them, and we should take care of them.
Shopping in The Hague, what is the policy? Again, the feedback on shopping comes back to service.
When it comes down to service, which is a problem you hear a lot when you talk with the expat community who seem to think that we are always very rude and not wanting to help customers, maybe not even want your business. I think it's very good that there are initiatives, for instance with this the Hague guest card, that are trying to talk also to shop owners to make sure that they understand the value that you can bring to their store and how they can make more money by being more friendlier to you.
As far as D66 is concerned, every shop in The Hague, if they want, can be open 7 days a week. And then it's up to the shop owner if they want to do that or not.
Okay. Well, the VVD thinks that shops should be allowed to be open on Sunday. I introduced the shopping night during the Hague festivals, and we think that we can see whether it is attractive to have more shopping nights. I supported the Hague guest card when they started in The Hague. I think that when you look at the Grote Marktstraat, there we put a lot of money, we invest a lot of money to give it a higher quality, and that is also to attract more high quality shops. And 5, I introduced the Be My Guest program, which is a program that where we try, when it comes to the shops or the restaurants or the bars, to have better service. So we know we can do better, but we're working quite hard on it, and we're on the right track.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry for being short.
No, that's fine, Chris. You caught me out there. That's 1-1.